Okay, so discovered that this video has no sound. We're going to create a second, I better check that we're recording while this is playing. Hang on a sec. Yeah, so we're opening a database. Yes, it does have audio. Okay, so we're opening Access. We're going to the database that we created previously. And we have only one table created, so in this video we're going to create a second table and explain what foreign keys are. So this actually used to be called the database window. So here we have our first table, and you can see there that it has a primary key of student_ID. And so what I want to do is create the table's called student_details, and now what we're going to do is create a table which is called student contact details. So I go to create and I choose tables, and immediately I have it automatically defaults to called table 1. If I hit design view, it prompts me to save that, and what I want to call this is student_contact_details and _TBL to make sure that it's recognized as a table. The underscores and everything are just old habits that I've done. So the first thing is that we have a primary key, and I like to call the primary keys the name of the table or similar. So contact_details_ID. The data type can be an auto number because we are just simply putting in their details, and it just automatically gives that one a number, and it's obviously unique to that. Then the next one is going to be a foreign key. Now the foreign key is actually the primary key of the original table. So what we need to do is make sure that everything is spot on. The name of it, the data type, the field size, so that we can use it. So we go in here into the second table and we open up the second table's data sheet view or data dictionary, and we put in there student_ID, and we must make sure that we check that it's capital S and ID. Then of course we know that it's a number, so we have to keep it as a number, and it's a long integer, and therefore now we can actually create a relationship from that. The next part of it is that we want their mobile number, the student's mobile number. Now, normally what we would do is put that in as a number. And of course, if you put that in as a number, our mobile numbers start with a 0. So I'm leaving it as short text, and there's a reason why. So we're putting in other fields, Instagram_contact, short text, address. I think we're just going to put the whole line of address, or maybe we're putting in home address, underscore. Just mention underscores. The reason I put underscores in there is because of old habits. When I first started creating databases, it wouldn't accept a space. Here we go. I'm demonstrating a mobile number. So if I put in there 04155 or whatever, and then I go to the next line, you'll notice that the 0 disappears, and of course our numbers start with a 0. So we have to do something, and what we do is what's known as an input mask. So we change this to text, and then we go down to the input mask, and we hit the 3 little dots on the right, and we get a little wizard. Oh, I didn't put the underscore there. I must be explaining that in the original video. And I hit the 3 little dots, and I've got to save the table, of course. And here I have a little input mask wizard. Don't know why I'm closing it down, but anyway, I must have done it too fast. So then I might choose a mobile number. So I just go next. And then what I like to do is take all that gobbledygook out. That's such a word. So 4 zeros, space, 3 zeros, 3 zeros. And what do I want it to look like? I want it to look like that. And now the computer knows that that is an input mask, and I can actually put mobile numbers in there. So I go in here, and you can see it already starts with a 0. So I put in there 0, 433, whatever. And there's a mobile number. And if I go down to the next one, then of course it accepts that as a mobile number. So that's what an input mask is. And you use things called wizards or input mask wizards to actually create that. And of course, now the student ID is based on what the student details table is. So if I open that, you can see that the first one is that name, and then the next one, of course, the contact details is always going to be 1, and then the next one is 2 because it's unique, and I'm just putting in blah, blah, blah stuff in that data so that I explain it. I'm not sure how long this video, it hasn't got much, 20 seconds to talk. I nearly put my own address in. Nowhere near it, actually, to be honest. So that's how you explain what the difference between obviously this one here is a primary key, and this one is the foreign key. And these are created by using input masks. Hope that helps.